Now, I actually came across a video that Cindy Crawford had done, and it was a 90s makeup look. And I thought I'd give it a go, but with my own twist, because I think although that the 90s look was beautiful in the video, and I absolutely love Cindy Crawford, there's no doubt about that, I just wanted it to look a little bit more vibrant. So this is my take. And of course you can tweak it to suit you as well. Prepping the skin. Now, first things first, I'm going to be using a moisturizer. This is the Mecca Cosmetica, and this is just a sample, by the way. The hydrating moisturizer with hyaluronic acid. You can use any primer that you like, but yeah, this is one that I've actually never really tried it before, so I'm going to put that all over my face. I am just looking down into a mirror, which I might need to raise because it's a little bit low. This has got like a scent to it. I'm not quite sure if I actually, it's not my favorite scent. I prefer the Bobbi Brown face base, to be honest. Now, feel free to go in with your sunscreen. I have sunscreen on already. Next thing I'm going to be going in with is foundation. Now, I'm going to be mixing my foundation. I'm just using the Chanel number 1. This is the Chanel number 1 foundation. I'm going to be mixing it in with the Drunk Elephant D bronzing drops. Just that much. And a little pump and a half of the foundation. I'm going to mix that on the back of my hand. Make sure to mix this in really well. I'm just going in with a e.l.f. foundation brush and working that into the skin. Making sure to bring that down the neck. Mustn't forget the forehead. I'm going to be using a little bit of the foundation to do concealer. And the reason for this is because I want the foundation, I want the skin to have like I just don't want to have anything more brighter under the eyes. And using the foundation as concealer under the eyes will just look more natural, in my opinion. And you know, you can go ahead and obviously put concealer on, but you don't really need to if your foundation works just as well. I'm going to quickly go in and do eyebrows, and I'm using the Glossier Boy Brow. I went and picked this up the other day from Mecca Cosmetica. Just going to do the eyebrows. This is darker than the Milk Makeup Cush Fiber Brow Gel that I normally use. So I'm using a really light hand. Feel free to go in with a brow pencil or powder or brow shadow. I just like using a brow mascara because it's sort of like a one and done for me. I'm pulling out my Chantecaille Giraffe eyeshadow quad. It's just got these beautiful tones in here, which is a brown, a more reddier brown, a silvery taupey shade, and a vanilla-ish sort of frosty white shade there. And with a big fluffy brush, I'm going to be dipping into the brown shade there, and we're going to do a dusting of that on the eyes. Now, before we do that, let me prime the eyes with some primer. Just using the NARS eye primer all over the lids first, just to give a nice, slightly tacky base, and it obviously will make the eyeshadow last longer as well. And dipping into that brown shade, any brown shade that you have will do just perfectly. Make sure to tap off the excess and start putting that shadow in the crease of the eye, just window wipe motions, and just to give a bit of definition. With a larger, clean, fluffy brush, just go over the edges and buff that brown shadow in right up to the brow. Now with my finger, I'm dipping into this taupey shade right there. It's a really beautiful shade, and I'm putting that all over the lower half of the lid. Now next, Cindy does get a brown eyelining pencil and lines the top of her lashes, including the lower lash line, and then smudges it out. She said it's very important to make sure you get really close to the lash line, which is what I'm trying to do right here. And I am just using the Wayne Goss brown eyeshadow, the Wayne Goss eyelining pencil in Hazel, which is pretty much a dark brown eyeliner. And I am going to blend that out with a smudger brush. I'm just smudging out that brown eyeliner really close to the lash line, and then lining the lower lash line as well. Just go 3/4 of the way and then start blending it out. Just so it looks something subtle like that, I'm just going to go ahead and do the other eye. And then she finishes the eyes by lining the upper rim of the lash line with the same brown pencil. So this just helps to fill in the gaps between the lashes and makes the eyes look a little bit more popping, if you know what I mean. And brown eyeliner pencil instead of black is a lot more flattering, and I think enhances a lot of eye colors a little bit more than black. Feel free to use black. I love black eyeliner, always will, always have, but sometimes there's something about brown that just gives you more of a, I don't know, mesmerizing look, I think. If you guys find it ticklish to line inside the inner rim of the upper lash line, you can go in with a really, really thin brush and get some eyeshadow or even liquid liner and dab that in between the lashes instead. You can do that as well. And what I'm saying is, see how it gives like a nice fluffy effect? It tints the lashes nice and black, but it doesn't really offer much volume. And that's totally fine, but so long as you have a nice dark lash, that's all you really need. You know what, stuff it, I'm going to line the lower lash line as well. Because the eyeliner has already transferred to my lower inner rim, I'm just going to complete it. Going in with contour now, I'm using the Too Faced bronzer. This is an old one, but it's the milk chocolate Soleil, and it's pretty much like a very, very light bronzing shade. Picking up with this Chanel brush, I just dug it up out of my drawer. I don't know, it must have come with a blush at some point. So anyway, I'm just dipping in the brush and doing contouring. This is actually quite a good brush for contouring. It's getting a little bit more. And because it's such a light shade, it works really well just to contour. I've got two blushes. I'm going to be using, I'm not really sure yet. We've got the Natasha Denona Mini Bloom. Which one's this one? The Natasha Denona highlighting blush in Bloom. And then we have the Makeup Forever pink blush in B36. So, I'm thinking the Makeup Forever in B36 fluffy brush and dipping into that pink. and doing a nice wash of blush over the apples of the cheek. Might just get a bit more. Put a bit on the nose, why not? We are nearing the end and we are now going to line the lips. I'm using the Morphe SoulMatte. This is in the shade Honey. It's just a really nice lip color for lip lining. I will be overdrawing as well. You can also fill in the lips with the same color as well, but I'm going to be also going in with the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. This is in the shade Beige Vanilla. Coloring the lips with the pencil. Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. I'm just going to be putting that on my finger. Geez, it pretty much just looks like my plain old natural lip color, really, and that's fine. And guys, that is my take on Cindy Crawford's 90s makeup look. It was just a little bit of fun to do. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.